The last tutorial we had a discussion on arrays. So in this tutorial is a continuation of that. In this tutorial we will be having a discussion on multi-dimensional arrays. So first we will see the declaration. In the last class itself we had discussed that in the case of multi-dimensional arrays, the data will be represented in a tabular form, right? So you can represent or store data in a table format. So when we see the declaration, the syntax is data type variable and we have two indices here. Okay, so data type denotes the type of the data that we are going to store in the array. Variable, it's the name of the array, and these two indices, the first one m indicates the total number of rows and n indicates the number of columns. So if I want to store data in a 2 by 2 matrix, when I initialize, I should give the indices as m equal to 2 and n equal to 2. If I want a 3 by 2 matrix, I should give m equal to 3 and n equal to 2. Okay, number of rows will be 3 and number of columns is equal to 2. So for accepting and printing elements, we use nested for loop. So we have discussed what is a nested loop. When we have one loop within another loop, it is called nested loop. And we had also seen on nested for loops. So same nested for loop we'll be using for storing the elements in an array. Okay. So I want to enter this 6 elements. Okay. So this is an 2 by 3 matrix because we have 2 rows and 3 columns. So this is a 2 by 3 matrix. So suppose I want to read these elements in the matrix. So how I will enter is for I equal to 0, I less than mi plus plus. Since I have 2 rows, I will give m is equal to 2. When we enter the data, I will give m as 2, and number of rows is stored in columns is stored in n. So since I have 3 columns, when the program asks for the number of columns, I will give n as how much? 3. So for I equal to 0, I less than m I plus plus. For j equal to 0, j less than n, j plus plus c in a of ij. So what happens is each time the loop is executing, one element will be stored in matrix. So let us see in detail. When I is 0, this enters into this loop and j is 0. Okay. When I and j is 0, the element that we enter will be stored in 0, 0. So my first element is 3. So a of 0, 0 stores number 3. Now when I is equal to 0 itself, after the termination of this loop only, it will exit from this loop, right? So after complete execution of inner loop, it will go to outer loop. So when I equal to 0, j was 0, then j will be incremented by 1. So the number 4, the second element number 4 will be stored in a of 0, 1. Then at the same time j will be incremented by 1 once again. So a of 0, 2 will contain the value 5. Then once this inner loop is executed completely, it will go out. Now the I value will get incremented and I become 1. Again it enters in this loop, and for j equal to 0, j equal to 1 and j equal to 2, with I equal to 1 it will get executed. So a of 1 of 0 will contain 6, 1 of 1 will contain 7 and 1 of 2 will contain 8. Once this is completed, it comes back to outer loop and at that time I value will become 2. So this condition will not get satisfied. So what happens, it will get exit from this loop. So that is how we read array elements. So keep in mind that we are using a nested for loop. This same loop can be used for displaying the output. Okay, the same loop can be used for displaying the output that we will. So for printing elements for I equal to 0, I less than m, I plus plus. Within the loop, first I am giving it cout slash n. Why? I should get a new line to display. So for getting a new line each time, I am giving cout slash n. Here it should be in symbol quotes. For j equal to 0, j less than n, j plus plus, cout a I of j and slash t. We are giving slash t to get a tab here. So these two should be in symbol quotes only. The double quotes is given here, but it should be in single quotes. So when I equal to 0, j will execute. This inner loop will execute for 0, 1 and 2. Similarly, for I equal to 1, it will execute for 0, 1 and 2. When I is 2, it will get out of the loop. Hence, we will get this printed. Okay. So this is the basics for entering array elements as well as displaying array elements. Now, initialization we have discussed in the last class that we can or initialize an array in two ways. So multidimensional array can also be initialized in two ways. One is along with declaration. So when I declare array, I can enter the values also. So int a of 2, 3. Now I am giving 2 rows and 3 columns. So first row contain values 1, 2, 3. I am giving it as a symbol within a curly brackets, and the second row also I am set of elements I am giving in curly brackets. Now this is the array that is we have entered. Okay, so next is direct assignment. So in direct assignment we will be entering each value of the array. A of 0, 0 equal to 1, 0, 1 equal to 2, 0, 3, 0, 1, 0, 2 equal to 3, etc. till a of 1, 2 equal to 6. So these two possibilities are also there along with nested loops. Now we will see a program to add two matrices. Okay, so the problem of matrices is very important. So this is a simple program to add two matrices. Once you get the concept, it will be easy for you. So how we can add two matrices? So I am including the header files hash include iostream.h, hash include conio.h, hash include process.h. So in the last tutorial we had discussed the importance of process.h. Whenever I use exit 0 command, I have to include process.h. Now void main, our main function, first clear screen in order to get a output screen cleared. In A of 10 10, B of 10 10, C of 10 10, M, N, P, Q, I, J. These are the variables I am initializing. So this is used for storing an array. Okay, this A of 10 10 means A is an array which can store maximum of 10 rows and 10 columns. Okay, similarly I have declared three arrays. This M, N, P, Q, I, J are integer variables. This M and N are used for storing the number of rows and number of columns of A. P and Q are used for storing the number of rows and columns of array B. And I and J are used as loop control variables. Okay. So first statement is enter the number of rows and columns of array 1. So I'm receiving the values in M and N. Okay. M contains the number of rows and N contains the number of columns. Now, enter the number of rows and columns of array 2, and I am receiving it in P and Q. Okay, so we know that matrix addition is possible only if the number of rows in first matrix matches with number of rows in second matrix. Similarly, number of rows in columns in first matrix matches with number of columns in second matrix. So if M equal to P and N equal to Q, that is row of first matrix is equal to number of rows of second matrix, and number of columns of first matrix matches with number of columns of second matrix, then we should output matrix addition is possible. If they are different, then we should output matrix addition is not possible. So else matrix addition is not possible and we are exiting from the program. Okay, so let us see how we are performing the addition. Now enter the elements of first array. Okay, so for I equal to 0, I less than m, I plus plus. For j equal to 0, j less than n, j plus plus. C in a of ij. The same loops that we used for entering the elements into an array. Similarly, we are outputting the entered matrix. So here we are accepting the values in A, and here we are displaying the first matrix. So for I equal to 0, I less than m, I plus plus. C out slash n. For j equal to 0, j less than n, j plus plus. C out a of ij slash t. Okay. So we have received the first matrix and we have displayed the first matrix. Similarly, we have to receive matrix. So enter the elements of second matrix or array, and we are receiving it in B, and we are displaying the output. Okay, so here there is an error. See how the bracket should be outwards and not displaying A of ij. Here we are displaying B of ij. Okay, now addition part. In order to add two matrices, we are considering this one. Okay, this is the addition part. For I equal to 0, I less than m, I plus plus. That is, we are considering the row. And for j equal to 0, j less than and j plus plus, we are considering here the number of columns. Okay, C of ij, this is a new matrix. Okay, here we are storing the sum. C of ij is a new matrix. C of ij equal to A of ij plus B of ij. So initially when I equal to 0, j is also 0. Say, so first matrix 0 0 is element 1. Okay, similarly, I and J are 0, B of 0 0 is 5. So what will happen? A of ij and B of ij will get added. That is 1 plus 5 will be performed, and result is stored in C of ij. C of ij means C of 0 0. So C of 0 0 will contain 1 plus 5, that is 6. Okay, similarly, when within this I equal to 0 itself, j will get incremented and j will become 1. So 0 1 0 1 is this one, right? And similarly, in the case of b, 0 1 is this one. So 6 and 2 will get added and will be stored in C of 0 1. That is, 8 will be stored in C of 0 1. Similarly, after that, when j is incremented, it becomes 2. So this loop exits and goes here, and I becomes 1. So when I becomes 1, j is 0. 1 0 is element 3 and the case of A, and for the case of B, 1 0 is 7. So 7 plus 3 10 will be stored in C of 1 0. Okay, then j becomes incremented, j becomes 1. So 1 1 of A is this one. Okay, and 1 1 of B is this one. Okay, so this 2 will get added, 8 and 4 12 will get added and will be stored in C of 1 1. This C of 1 1 will 12 will get stored on. Okay, so that is how we are performing the addition operation. So addition is simple because no complexities are in the loop. Similarly, in order to print the resultant matrix, same loop that we have used, I equal to 0, I less than m, I plus plus, slash n, j equal to 0, j less than n, j plus plus, C out C ij. This is a resultant matrix we are printing. So we are exiting the program, get ch command. So hope you got how you have to perform the addition. So in the same way, if you want to perform matrix subtraction, what you have to do, instead of plus you have to give minus. That's the only one difference between addition and subtraction. So please go through the tutorial in detail, because in next class we will be seeing the tutorial on performing matrix multiplication. So if you have to understand that, you should go through this tutorial thoroughly. Okay, for watching.